Good morning, interwebs. It's just a smidge before 11, and we are just hanging out today. I was just out at the car getting the vinegar. Steve's cleaning the bathroom, and we were out of the homemade cleaner that I make. Well, I went to get the vinegar that was out in the back of the car, and it's frozen solid. So it's gonna just hang out here till it melts, and then we'll have some more. This morning we had donuts because the kids went to bed nicely, and so we had a coupon, and I showed you the other day that the rebate cards that we got. So Steve went and got donuts, and they were tasty, and there's the one donut left is mine, and there's great concern when I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat it when I'm ready for it. Ooh, my coffee's in the microwave. But yes, today is going to be a boring, non-demolition-y, non-remodel-y kind of day. Steve is currently cleaning the bathroom, which was on my little mental to-do list. And he already folded laundry this morning, and he's so productive. I slept in, that was kind of productive. And my coffee is cold already. We'll just reheat that again. How many times can we heat one cup, right? And I think I'll do a little bit of straightening up in the kitchen today, and we'll see. I might go in a room where the kids aren't and work on finishing some Christmas presents, because I'm just down to kid stuff that needs to get worked on. But it's kind of the plan for the day. Not super exciting, but I kind of think that's not a bad thing. But we'll see what we can come up with for today. So it's like 12:30, and I just finished packing all of the Christmas presents that I needed to mail, which is awesome, except our post office closes, you know, by the time I'm ready to start doing things. So Steve has got to take them in tomorrow morning, which is fine, but it's like, I got them done. Post office just isn't open, so. Anyways, I will wrap some family gifts today, I think. Random, you only see this when you live on a farm in Kansas. So, we heard this weird noise, couldn't figure out what it is. There's a truck. They are herding cattle down the road, like in the middle of the street. And you see that truck there? Yeah, it has a bale on the back. And their herd of cattle is following it. And they have a truck sitting at the end of our driveway so that they don't come up the drive. And there they go. Moving cattle from pasture to pasture right down the road in front of my house. And yeah, they're just following the feed. That's so funny. I've never seen them do this before. I mean, obviously that means that it's probably happened before. I've just never seen it. Truck, bale, cows, they have two other trucks in the back that are kind of wrangling cattle, and then they also have two four-wheelers for maneuverability. That's amazing. So funny. And then this is funny, there's somebody trying to drive down the road. They're caught in traffic behind a bunch of cows. Oh. Another moon that just had to be shared. And you see those the lights coming on and off? That is actually a wind farm. A pretty decent distance away, and they all blink red on and off. So yeah, that's the moon from my yard tonight. It's like, I think it's like 6:15ish. But that's you all zoomed in. That's what it looks like in the camera when I'm just standing here. But it really looks like the big version standing here. I don't quite understand why it doesn't show up that way. And it's very, very dark on my porch. I need to come out and get wood in a minute. I need to put my jacket on first. But the porch light is obviously not hooked up right now because the electricity to the room that leads to the porch light is not hooked up. And neither is the lights in that room. So it's going to be pretty dark to come and get some wood tonight. So it's about 8 o'clock and we are just sitting down to dinner. But by the look of my plate, it almost looks like I'm someone who has her stuff together when it comes to making meals and stuff. So I made pork chops with some of our dried basil and oregano on them. There's also some of, it's called Pappy's seasoning. It's got like garlic and salt and pepper and some tarragon and some stuff in it. But that is the meat. And then there's canned apples from the basement. And then the bread is left over. I bought clearance bread at Walmart the other day. It was 94 cents on clearance for the 6 like rolls, and we had 3 left, so I cut them all in half. And then the tomato part is left over from the crazy sauce that I made to go on our muffin tin Monday night. So it has canned tomatoes and Magda squash that I blitzed up with my immersion blender, and there's some Parmesan cheese in there. So I just took the little bit in the fridge and spread it on the 3 remaining rolls that I cut in half. And there was a tiny piece of mozzarella left from our hamburger helper for lunch. So I put that on there and threw that in the oven, which was still hot from the pork. And looks like a pretty good and like planned out dinner for the fact that it wasn't. If it was a planned out dinner, it probably would have been served before 8. But 8's when it happens. And actually, I don't think anybody was really hungry before now anyways, so it'll be okay. It is about 11:50, and Steve left for work a little bit ago, and I've just been, I don't know, puttering. I was editing what I had of the vlog together so far, and I realized, like, everything I said I was going to do today, I basically haven't done. I did sort a bit out of the kitchen today, but not to a crazy degree. I didn't get to wrapping any of our presents because Steve and I hung out for a little bit till he went to sleep, and then I was crazy tired, and then about the time he went to sleep, the kids woke up. So, like, I never had any time to myself this evening, or, like, this afternoon to do any of that wrapping, which is not a big deal. I also did not work on their presents at all. I did this evening after I was putting the kids to bed. Look at that roaring fire. Isn't that toasty looking? It's toasty feeling. But anyways, I did move things around in here a little. Hi, Jezebel. But I moved things around a bit because, I don't know, things just were not fitting well for the activities we've been trying to do. We've been coloring on this table, which has like a wicker top, and so I put these, they're actually US maps that are laminated, and so the kids, there's 3 of them, we just kind of spread them out to cover everything. We put our pencils and crayons and stuff in the middle, and they were working on their drawings, or not drawings, their coloring today, because that book I got had 48 sheets in it, and me and the kids are 4 people, and we had exactly 12 days that we were going to want to color. So I told everybody they could have 1 picture a day. Well, I finished my joy picture. Pretty, pretty. So the kids are all on their 3rd picture. I'm only on my 2nd one. I got this one out yesterday, and I barely got to work on it, and then even today I have not spent very much time working on it. Just a little while we were hanging out. So I am not a particularly, like, good colorer, but I enjoy it, and I enjoy using all the colors, and I don't know, I've always liked coloring, but I don't stress about it. This is actually one of the things where I'm fairly good about not overthinking it too much. I don't really care for my coloring pages, adult or otherwise, to look all, like, I don't know, like artsy. I like using all the colors, so I do. And I started a new project tonight because, you know, I'd finished one. And I'm on a really good position, Steve and I are talking about, to get all the Christmas presents done. So while I should probably be working on those, I can't work on them in front of the kids. So I needed to start something that I could do in front of them, and I wanted to make something special for Steve. So Rogue One is coming out this week, which, unless you've been living under a rock, or you don't live with a Star Wars fan, which I figure most all of us either live with one or are one. I live with one. I'm not one. But Steve is very excited. He has actually already bought the gift certificates to pay for his ticket. Here, you do not need to pre-order your tickets. He did when episode 7 came out, and there aren't enough people here that it makes a difference. So he had his pick of seats and everything. So he is not pre-ordering for Rogue One, but he's going to go see the matinee on Saturday. And when he went and saw episode 7, I made him an R2-D2 inspired hat, which is actually upstairs. He's been wearing it to go to sleep the last couple of nights. So it's in bed. He is not, but the hat is. But I don't want to go get it. So I'll show it to you another time. But I decided he needed another special Star Wars themed item. So I found this chart that somebody had online. It just basically, I wanted to find something that wasn't like super like copyrighted. And so this is just the Star Wars logo, but it's over a grid, so I could just figure it out. And I am making, which direction goes this way? I'm making him a scarf. So I'm using the rest of that skein of the Black Canyon Lion Brand Heartland that my sidewalk shawl was out of, which I really, really like this yarn. And then just yellow Super Saver. But I'm going to, I did some double crochet, and then I'm doing this in single. It's like a 50 by 30 chart, and then when I'm done with that, then I'll just finish off in black. And so far he doesn't know it exists, so that's good. The kids all know, and they all know it's a surprise. So we'll see if that works or not. I mean, if it doesn't, it's not going to be a huge deal. Or so I'm telling myself right now. I'll probably be pretty upset if he finds out. But I will work on that here for a little bit tonight, and then the next couple nights, and it should be all ready for him to wear on Saturday, which will be a fun surprise. So that is what I'm doing this evening. I'm sitting here with a cup of coffee. Yes, I probably should not be drinking coffee at midnight, but it sounded tasty, and I'm going with what sounds tasty, and I think I might go eat that donut, which I did not finish this morning, which caused all the hullabaloo of everybody just repeatedly asking me, Mom, did you know there's a donut? Whose donut? It's my donut. I will get to it when I get to it. So, I am going to go and crochet for a bit and edit the vlog and get it all up for y'all. And I will see you tomorrow. Nighty night.